Hello and welcome back to Berserker, and I've just come across two armies doing battle in the vicinity of Flintolg Castle, and I was actually on my way to Sionen because Farzana, who is the allied army nearby to me right here, was besieging Flintolg Castle, and I thought, oh well, this is fantastic, that means I don't have to do anything. And Yorick obviously is attempting to take Utherlame Castle, which I'm very, very pleased about because that is a lame siege. You could say it's an Uther-lame siege. I'll let myself out. I know. Okay, so anyway, we're going to be doing battle with Mr. Luichan here, and we're going to see if we can potentially murder him. I mean, obviously not literally, but I would like to assist Farzana as much as we possibly can. So before we head in there, I'm just going to take a quick look because we do have a perk from our leadership tree, and we're going to take a look at that. So increase battle morale by 10 during siege assaults and defense. I mean, that actually might be quite useful because my morale has not been maxed out for quite some time, I think. And then otherwise we have party size limit being increased by 10. That is not that useful at the moment because, well, I'm never really maxed out in terms of my party capacity. I mean, we've got a pretty sizable army as it is, and I don't know whether 10 is really going to make that much difference anymore. But, well, it's alright. Anyway, the other perk is 20% less influence needed to call parties to army. Well, you can quite easily see that I have a massive amount of influence, so it really does not matter to me one bit whether we have this or whatever. Troops in your formation gain 5% more experience from battles. That's also kind of negligible and not really something that I care about so much. So uplifting spirit is going to be the thing that I will take, because you never know when you might need that small morale boost when you are doing a siege, and it's just going to help you so much more than 5% more experience, because if you end up losing the battle, then obviously that's the worst thing. You know, that is probably the worst thing that can possibly happen. Anyway, we're going to see what we can do here. I do have a couple of cavalry to command here. I assume that that is Farzana's army. She seems to have a couple of cavalry to help her out, and yeah, oh yes, it's this one. Oh yes, okay. So this is a very classic map. I've said in the past that I think this is probably one of my favorite map sets in the entirety of the game, mainly because what it does is it provides an environment for pretty much every single army type. And I mean, it's got flat fields for cavalry to run around on, it has trees to hide archers in, it has mountains for them to perch on top of course, as well, and it also has, obviously, trees for infantry to hide in and to hopefully minimize the impact of cavalry attacks. So it's obviously got a huge amount of different things that can complement each and every kind of army. So that's really good. That's really good. But it is one of those which we do end up seeing quite often, which I'm also not a terribly big fan of. We do see these quite a lot. So I'm very much hoping that we can, well, eliminate these fellows and then move on to wherever we want to go. I mean, generally I think we're going to be having an easy time here. Their composition is just too simple for us to eliminate. I don't think they really have anything here that can deal with us. I mean, obviously on the one hand we are already outnumbering them as far as I'm aware, and on the other hand we are also outgunning them in terms of combat strength. So even if we were not going to outnumber them, we would still do massive amounts of damage just on sheer strength at this point. And as you saw in the previous episode, we actually had problems. Yeah, we actually had problems, and it was very difficult for us to complete some of our combat engagements at the end of the previous episode. We were having great difficulties progressing onward, and that's unheard of, really. That is unheard of for our army at the moment, because you know what kind of composition we have. We have, I don't know, 50, 60 noble super bears, and we have, I don't even know, 250 plus BERSERKERs or something like that. So we literally are running around with probably one of the strongest armies I could get, with the exception of just replacing all the BERSERKERs with noble units. I mean, obviously, if I were to replace the noble units, or shall we say, if I were to get all noble units in my army, that would be I would say that's probably impossible, to be honest. I think it could happen, and it definitely can happen, but it would take a very long time for us to get all of those guys leveled up and, you know, in fighting shape, shall we say. So, obviously, that might not happen in this campaign, but I suppose if you put your mind to it, it would definitely work out. Anyway, there you go. Farzana's very, very happy with us, and once again, I'm actually going to be letting people go. Because now that we've figured out that the persuasion system is working very nicely in regards to, you know, the actual cost of persuading people, it's pretty good, it's pretty moderate, not too bad, and all we need is some decent relation with them. That really makes a huge difference. So I'm going to try and see if I can release as many people as possible, and then I'm going to see if I can make some more friends, and then those friends will hopefully be persuaded to join me at one time or another, and that is what I'm going to look forward to. So that's what we'll try, and yeah, actually, why not? Let's take a look right now, eh? Let's take a look right now, because we have a couple of new friends, I think. Can I send a messenger to Oleg? Yes, I can. I can send a messenger to Oleg now. He is older now and keeps his counsel, but few believe that his resentment of princely authority has... Oh... Right. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, what is his clan like? Clan tier 6. This might be kind of good. I'm gonna see if I can get him. Does he have any fiefs? It's unlikely, right? It's highly unlikely, because they only have one fief to their name, right? Okay, so let's send a messenger to Oleg, and we'll see if we can get him to join us. And then what about Abelitos? We can send something to him as well. He is only clan tier 3, unfortunately, and he only has one other vassal, so it's highly unlikely that we're going to get him. I mean, I think it's actually good, though, because he has the reputation of being brave and generous and a good friend to have. It might be an idea, so let's get him. Let's try and get him as well. Who else can we get? Let's have a look. What about this guy? Oh, no. He has the reputation of being dishonorable in every single way. Ah, this guy. Yes, this is the fellow that we just defeated. Yes, as you can see, we can't send a messenger to him at the moment because he is, of course, recovering from our attack, no doubt. And we do have this guy. Yeah, he's untrustworthy, so I'm not too big a fan of getting him. This guy? Ah, yes. He is the head of he's the head of his clan. This looks pretty good. Okay, let's try and get him. We have 69 relation with him, so that's pretty good as well. And I'm very much hoping that Farzana is going to continue her siege of Flintolg now. If she doesn't, then I don't blame her, I suppose. But I can only hope that she will. Anyway, let's have a look here. What do you think? Ah, look at this. He's actually allowing us to speak to him. Okay, fantastic. Nice critical success. 100% chance already. Very good to see that. And we're also going to be getting another 100% chance. I think we got this in the bag. I think he's probably going to end up joining us. Yeah, I mean, 98% chance. I mean, there is a chance for it to fail. But thankfully, we were lucky in this. And look at that. We only have to give him 3,000 if we want to. Personally, I'm going to give him much more than that. I'm going to give him, let's see here, I'm going to give him 20,000. There we go. Going to give him 20,000. And he's going to be really happy with that. As you can see, his relation has just spiked up to 100 right now, so that's really good too. And there you go. All right, so we were able to persuade yet another clan to join us, which is great. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to go and we're going to grant him a fief. I'm thinking we're actually going to be giving him something like maybe Epicrotia, maybe Revel, maybe Varcheg, something like that, because they're very close by to me right now, and I kind of... I don't want to defend them and have to pay the wages. That's the main problem here. That is the only issue that I'm having right now. Maybe one of these, maybe Zionica or Poros, or yeah, I think Epicrotia might be pretty good. I think Epicrotia. Why not? Let's give him Epicrotia. If he ends up leaving now, I am going to hunt him down to the ends of the earth, and he will know my fury. So let's hope that he doesn't do that. But yes, we're going to continue onward. to Varchek here. Ah, Farzana is actually having some problems with food, as I can tell from her diminishing numbers. So that might be the reason why she's actually not continuing her siege. Otherwise, let's have a look at this. All right, yep, we're getting another chance to get Oleg to join us as well, which is really nice. We might be able to give him a fief in the area as well, maybe Revel or something along those lines. That might be quite nice too. But, of course, I do have to check the castles in the area. I think I should probably check the castles in the area before anything. Auto offer is not working. Oh, I can literally give him 1 dinar and he will join us. That is actually hilarious. Okay, I will give him 15,000. And there you go. All right. So now he has joined us. Yes, I like this system. Not because it's easy, but just because it makes sense. Because we have such a high relation with this guy. And, well, he has nothing to basically stay for, does he? He has nothing that he has to stay for. So, yes. Let me actually just take a quick look at the various castles in the area. Kranarog Castle. I'm going to give him Kranarog Castle, I think. If I can find it. There it is. There we go. Grant that. Fantastic. And let's go into Varcheg while we can. And I'm going to just recruit some... Actually, you know what? I have enough. I have enough troops, I think. Let's just sell what I can here. Okay, 16. That's pretty good. Okay, that's good too. I'm just getting rid of some of my more numerous pieces of loot right here. And there we have it. And we also want to sell my prisoners as well. There we go. Okay, fantastic. All right. So the other castle that I have in the area here as well, which we have to bear in mind, we need to think about... Ustakal Castle, never mind. We've already given that to someone, so I don't need to worry about it. Revel, however, is something that we should probably think about too. Oh, the Sturgians lost Kalias Castle to the Vlandians. Look at that. I did not realize. Okay. Okay, so apparently I did not realize that that was happening. So I guess the Sturgians will be eliminated relatively soon then, because we don't know of any fiefs that they currently have ownership over, so that's pretty good. Anyway, let's continue to move on. I'm thinking we might try to help out Yorick. I think he might be in a battle at the moment, and we might want to help him out. Ooh, he's not in an army. Okay, Abelitos is not an army. This is pretty good. Unfortunately, his clan level is not very high, but we shouldn't really hold that against him, because I think having anyone that is loyal to you is great. You know, I mean, if he's going to be loyal, that is. Okay, so let's have a look. You want 5,000? Okay, I'll add a 1 to that on the front there, so I'll give him 15,000. It's going to increase his relation by a dramatic amount as well. And let's see, what can I give him? Let's see here. I'm going to give him Resource Castle, I suppose. Resource Castle is the closest to this area without being a town. Yeah, that seems pretty good to me. So let's give him Resource Castle. There we go. Yes, sounds good to me. And there we are. Okay, fantastic. Now let's go over to Yorick, see if he's having some problems with an army. I think he might be having a couple of issues, because he's not moving. Yeah, he's losing, I think. Run! Oh, no, he's losing. Okay, I need to get in there really, really fast. Okay, whew. We made it. We made it just in time. Okay, that was a little bit too close for my liking, but there you go. We managed to make it just in time. What is the final rank of the medicine perks? Your troops get 1 hit point for every 2 skill points above 200. Oh, wow, yeah, that's actually kind of amazing. Okay, I would like to get that if at all possible. Okay, anyone leveled up? No, as you can see, I have 297 berserkers. Yeah, they are pretty crazy. All right, so let's see what we can do here. Pretty even battle in terms of numbers, but we have the advantage in terms of combat strength, but obviously, as we've seen, that doesn't really make much difference. Utherlame Castle. Shaking my fist at Utherlame Castle. It's just absolutely terrible. Ooh, I really do not like that particular siege. It's very, very tricky. I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe I should probably build some additional siege equipment. That might make sense. Because obviously we've tried a number of times to use siege ladders against pretty much every single fief that we've taken so far, and it has been extremely effective. But there may be some fiefs that it just does not work against. and this is exactly what we're coming up against now. So it might be that a siege tower or a battering ram or something like that is maybe going to be just that much more effective, and we might have to switch up our tactics a little bit. I'm being shot at here, so I'm gonna just see if I can disappear into the Allied lines right now. Ooh, this is actually bad. I'm gonna tell my forces to charge. Actually, this is really bad. The enemy has a massive amount of Battanian Fians, as you see right there. Oh, you're dead, sir. Oh, yes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to... Wow, this is bad. I'm not entirely sure what you can do against this, especially when all of your units do not... We do not have shields. Bear that in mind. Okay, I'm going to try and just run in here. This is a mistake. Is it a mistake, actually? No, I actually baited them into going into melee. That's pretty good. I think baiting them to go into melee is good because that means that they're going to do much less damage. Battanian Fians, everyone. Look at how effective they are against us. If the enemy has a significant amount of them, boom. We're going to take so much damage. It's really quite frightening. Considering my forces are some of the best that you can get, these guys literally just almost took us down just purely with what? How many did they have? I'm killing Battanian Fian champions almost every single time at the moment. They must have had at least 30, maybe 40 of them, all in a line, shooting arrows with extreme accuracy from across the bridge there. I mean, the only thing that I could have done was pull back? Yeah, probably could have pulled back, but I don't really like doing that because that kind of defeats the theme of the series in general. Because obviously, Berserker series kind of, you know, the theme itself is all about running in, taking massive damage, and still managing to survive by the skin of our teeth. At least, that is what I try to do. And generally, I kind of think that's fun. I mean, even though I'm probably going to end up dying right now. But I think that's quite fun to try and win, even though you have no shield up against a massive amount of archers. I think that's always quite enjoyable. But anyway, I'm just going to continue trying to take down these guys. Yeah, there we go. Take that, Battanian Fian champion. Yes. Ooh, that guy's really good. Look at that. He's blocking really, really nicely right now. Well, it looks like we have them on the run now. As you can see, a lot of enemies are running away, and that is exactly what we want. But how much damage have they been able to do to us? I mean, look at this. We literally lost 30 units. Just, I think just purely from that first initial charge. I think that first initial charge where the Battanian Fian champions were doing so much damage to us from across the river, that really makes a huge difference. Wow. I'm really surprised. Okay, I'm going to take a look, actually, and see how many they had. Because, for me, I feel like they had a lot. Let me see. So far, I only count about 6. Yeah. Okay. They really... They don't have that many. Maybe like 25 or so? That's a little bit more... Yeah, I think they have about 40 or so. Maybe more. Oh, no, wait, 50? Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, okay. So they have about 60 of them, I think. Roughly, there's a rough estimate of how many they have. But generally, that says everything. That says everything you need to know about that. I mean, my forces are not really the most fast-moving or anything like that, and it's kind of difficult for them to defend themselves against archers. I mean, they have no shields or anything like that, so obviously it makes sense that they would not be able to... Oh! Yeah, I just did that again, didn't I? Yeah, I just did that again. Okay, let's just send our troops. We'll probably be able to win without too many difficulties. Yeah, there you go. We just took a couple of extra casualties right there, but nothing really too bad. Lek thankfully managed to survive, I think. Is he alive, actually? I think so. I think he's alive. I hope so, at least. Anyway, we're going to be allowing most of these people to go so that we can continue to try and persuade them to join us. And especially now, this is probably the best possible time for us to try and persuade, because any new friends that we've made, we're at war against them right now. We're at war against them. It makes the most sense for us to try a persuasion attempt, because they have good relation, and wow, look at that. They actually lost 2 of their people. Wow, that's kind of crazy in itself. Okay, so hopefully Yorig is going to run away now. Are you serious? Come on, man. You got to run, man. What's he doing? Yeah, you got to run away. Oh, are you... Get out of here. Get out of here, Chastamir. What are you doing? You cannot prey upon Mr. Yorig, thank you. Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay. He's apparently made his way out of there now, so that's good. Anyway... Very much hoping that we will be able to do that, and hopefully... Oh, look at that. We actually have 100 morale now. Pretty good. Okay. So let me just see what kind of horses I have right here, because as you see, I have 243 of these things. My herd capacity... Oh, I actually have no herd deficit whatsoever, so it seems like we're doing okay in that regard. Gonna sell all of the armor, 66,000. Pretty nice. And we're now going to take a look at our friends, because I think that really makes a huge difference. Let's take a look. Alright, so, Melodia. I think that guy is the head. Yes, he is the head of someone. And he has a clan tier 4. Does he have anything? Yeah, he has Kerban Seth. Look at that. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Oh yes, I think you might be. Anyway, let's see if we can maybe get him. We've got a bunch of other people... Why are these friends? Why is this guy a friend of mine? He's -3 relation. How does that make any sense? I don't know. But oh no, wait a minute. This is not my friend. This is Melody's friends. Okay. My bad. All right. But he has the reputation of being clever and roguish. He is devious and he is a bit cautious. Okay. Let's try him. Let's try him and see what happens. I can just give him a castle or something like that. So maybe not anything too valuable, but you know, I think it might be quite fun. Let's send... Oh yeah, he owns Sionan, this guy. Let's send a messenger to this guy too. Alright, I'm looking forward to this actually. Let's go over to Omor real fast, because that is my fief, and there are a bunch of Berserk... Oh, actually no, there aren't any Berserkers in the garrison in there anymore. Oh well, never mind. Alright, okay, let's have a look. Oh, seems like my charm skill, my newly acquired high-level charm is really doing the business right here. It's really doing a lot of damage to these factions. If we can get this guy to join, he has 100,000. He's going to ask for a lot. What? He's only asking for 62? That makes no sense. That really makes no sense to me. Oh, okay. I'm going to give you 82,000 instead of 62,000. I'm just going to give him a tip, I guess. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so he's increased. The relation is just absolutely amazing. And there you go. He's now joined us. So, we now have Sionan under our control, so I don't need to besiege that any further. And Flintall Castle is now ours as well. So, that is amazing. So, we've just basically skipped those 2 sieges. Really nice. And if I am lucky enough to be able to get the other guy, then we'll be able to get Kerban Seth as well. Okay, so let's have a look. Oh, you're in an army. You scoundrel, you're in an army. Oh, well, never mind, never mind. Alright. Well, that's how it is. That's how it is. But we did manage to get one guy, so that's pretty good, right? Yeah, it's pretty good. Not too bad. Okay, so let's take a look at the garrison here real fast. Just want to make sure... Oh, yeah, we do have a couple of Berserkers in here. We've got some Noble Bear units. I'm going to take some Bear Tyrants, actually, because I wouldn't mind leveling those guys up. And I'm just going to take all of them. Yeah, I have enough space for them. Just want to make sure I do. And there we go. Okay. They should level up relatively fast. We should probably sell a bunch of things while we are at it. Let's go over here. Sell a bunch of weapons. There we go. Another 54,000. We've got to make sure that we maintain our money situation, because as it stands, it's a bit difficult. Okay, so Maranath, who owns this? What do you bet? It's Caladog himself. I think it probably is. Yes, it is. Okay, yeah, that is going to be impossible because he's the leader, of course. I don't need to give the new clan any fiefs, right? No, because they already have fiefs, so that's perfectly fine with me. Oh, what about Dunglanis? Who owns Dunglanis? Please don't let it be the same guy. No, it's this fellow. He has 14 relation with us. But we can't send a messenger to him. Oh, look. He's actually brave and merciful. Wow, this guy looks pretty good. All right, so yeah. Oh, this happened when Urgion dies. Okay, so he is potentially the son of Urgion, who just died in the battle that we fought. Yes, he is indeed the son of Urgion, so he's probably not going to be too happy with me, although he does have 14 relation. So I guess maybe he's just thinking very pragmatically about the whole thing. Maybe he's just a bit of a realist in that regard, and he's just being like, well, it was a battle, and we're at war, so, you know, death can happen, but maybe he's not really letting his emotions get into it, but, well, we'll see, I suppose, when we speak to him, if we can. Oh, there we go, we can actually speak to him right away. Fantastic. Okay, so let's just have a look and see if Farzana needs some help. It doesn't seem... Oh, hello. Okay, there's an army going on here. A little bit of a clash happening in just a second. But bear in mind that we're doing a lot of shady, maybe not so shady deals in the background, which is obviously making a big difference to our overall strength in the game itself. In the world of Calradia, shall we say? Okay. Oh, this is a little bit worrying. Okay, never mind. Not worrying at all, because we have a 100% chance right there. Okay, fantastic. So, how much does he want? He wants more than the other guy? He wants more than the other guy. Okay, gonna give him 91,000 instead of 71,000. And we're gonna gain a massive amount of relation as well. There we go. Okay, so let's see what we can do here to help out. Wow, that's actually a significant amount of combat strength that Ciaramus has in his army, and you can see why. Battanian Fian champions, he has 27 of those, and he has a number of Battanian heroes. He has, well, not much else. I mean, he has regular Fians as well. He has some horsemen and everything, and this is where Melodia is as well. So if I do actually go into a battle with him, I'm actually not going to go in just yet because I'd like to wait until daytime, and now we're going to go in because there's actually someone there. Caladog, oh, you're way too late, sir. Yes, you are way too late. Should I just auto-resolve this, actually? I'm at 45% HP. You know what? I actually really enjoy fighting with this character, so I'm going to go in manually. I think an auto-resolve probably could have handled it, but as I say, I feel like it's a lot of fun to go in here with a Berserker, especially when we have 45% HP. I mean, really, maybe that's not something that you should find fun, but I think it's kind of cool to run into the enemy lines when you have a very small amount of HP and you're kind of, well, surviving against all odds pretty much. Oh, that was some damage. Take that, sir. Oh, you absolutely overestimated your power there, Mr. Bilia of the Bene Zelal, or whatever your clan name is. Okay, so yes, otherwise, I don't really want to do anything else with these fellows. I'm just going to actually tell my people to hold position and let them throw their thrown weapons. That's pretty much all I want them to do at this point. Oh, nice damage. Wow, we're getting some good damage on these mounted units. I'm actually surprised about that. Usually I'm not really able to hit the rider that well, but maybe my new axe is doing a good job. I think it is. The new reach stat is helping me quite a bit to do that, by the looks of things. I'm being poked to death at the moment. Not a big fan of that. Thank you very much. Can you start doing something, please? Yeah, I was actually hoping that they would use their thrown weapons much more, because I actually find it really, really fun to see all the javelins flying off into the enemy's lines, but Seems like I didn't really have a good opportunity to have that happen. Maybe the enemy just charged us way too soon. But, well, as you can quite clearly tell, they really don't have a huge amount of time. They don't have a huge amount of time at all. They're already losing or hemorrhaging units every which way. A looter, really? I find that always quite amusing. Where, yeah, at this point in the game, when I am literally almost maxed out in terms of my character's power level, and you think to yourself, I just you know, slew a, just slew a looter in, in a battle, and I'm thinking, well, it's been a while, eh? It's been a while, Mr. Looter. It's been a long time since we've seen some of them. That's always amusing anyway. Oh, wow. Okay, he lowered his guard just when that slash came through. But did you see some of those hilarious hits that we had with that thrown weapon? Ah, it's so fantastic to see those javelins just impale the guy, and then he just goes flying because of the ragdoll. Ah, yeah, I wish that would happen much more often, but I think there's some kind of... I mean, there's obviously some kind of mechanic or animation that comes in. Sometimes when you hit them in the head, they just kind of stop. And obviously that is much more realistic than the whole ragdoll thing, but I still find the ragdolls to be the most fun. Anyway, there you go. Wow, look at this. We literally had 2 people die on the battlefield here. I'm hopeful that that is not going to cause any kind of crash, but, well, we'll see. Anyway, we're just going to continue letting people go. As I've said before, I think that that is most likely the best course of action at this point, now that we know that the persuasion system is working so well for us. We should probably take advantage of it as much as we possibly can. Let's give our troops 40,000 experience to work with as well. That's going to be really nice. And there we have it. Okay, fantastic. So let's have a look. Look at that. 42 level ups for our bear tyrants. Wow. Yeah, that's what that 40,000 experience really does. That is crazy. Alright, so I'm going to think about getting, wait a minute, not this fellow, he's already joined us, but yeah, I'm going to think about sending off some messengers to other people. But look at this, look at what we've done right now. We have completely sliced the Britannian territory in two by going for Sionan and Dunglanis, and I haven't needed to do anything to get those. I literally just sent off a messenger. Oh yeah. That is the kind of gameplay I really like to see, because we are dealing with the enemy armies, but at the same time we are also expanding through nefarious means. In other words, coercion, persuasion, and just generally giving them a whole bunch of money. Yeah, that's kind of how it goes, isn't it? Anyway, war strategy is now balanced for some reason. Why is it on balance? I did not set it on balanced, but you know what? Shall we just leave it on balanced? It seems like it's going quite well so far to leave it on balanced, so why not? Let's leave it on balanced for the moment, but you can see here that our combat strength is, well, kind of insane. And the Northern Empire has 5,000, Crusade has 4,000, 5,000 for the Western Empire, 3,400 for the Southern. Azurai looking very strong. Very, very strong at the moment. I'd like to declare war against them just so that I could potentially... try to persuade some of them to join me, potentially. That might be kind of fun. And the Sturgians obviously are not doing so well. They have 2,000, and the Vlandians have 7,000. The Vlandians might be someone that I want to speak to as well, but I would actually hope to do that while we are at war, so we can potentially try to gain some of their territory. As you can see, their territory is actually quite large in comparison to what you would expect it to be, but they have been very shrewd and kind of good with their decision making about where they want to go and what they want to take, because they've been able to expand very, very slowly but very securely. So very, very good on them. And then otherwise, well, we have expanded, well, exploded basically. We have just, you know, completely expanded into the north. And that is working very nicely by the looks of things. And I'm hopeful that I'll be able to continue sending off some messengers to the Batanians. And inevitably, we will have to do a siege at Maranath as well. I'm kind of trying to avoid sieges at the moment against the Batanians, generally because of their whole anti-siege ladder thing, because they have wooden construction instead of stone, and it's very difficult to get on there when there are so many defensive units in place. That is the only reason, basically, but it's also nice to see an alternate route to global domination, if you know what I mean. So instead of just us going through every single siege, it's actually kind of cool to see the other strategies that you can employ. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.